Hey, this is Anthony from RevZilla TV. We can watch, decide, and ride. Welcome to our detailed breakdown of the new Alpinestars Celer Leather Jacket, available at RevZilla.com. This Celer has been one of the staples in the Alpinestars line for the last 2 to 3 years. This is the latest generation. What we see are a bunch of changes that are going to add for the flexibility, comfort, and really protection of the Celer. And quickly, I'm going to call out what they are, and then we're going to dive into some of the nuances here on the Celer. 4 colors available. This is the black, white, red. There's a high vis, a black, white, as well as a murdered out black version. The first thing you're going to notice is they changed the shoulder, and it's a change for the better, still on right off the race suit side of things. And remember, this jacket is really that great precipice of technicality, but flexibility that you can take it to the track, and you can also wear it on the street. I don't call it race fit. I call it sport fit. And from here, you're gonna go up into something like the Atom, which is extreme race fit, very, very technical. The Celer allows you to match it with a pair of Alpinestars track pants or really rock it with a pair of jeans. And the nice part is they're stealing the DNA and the protective element from the race side of the house with the new DFS system that's called GP Plasma. So they've taken your TPU, which is dual compound for sliding and shock absorption, they've plasma cut it, and now they've integrated it into the shoulder. So you have that external hard part that actually now sits atop of a piece of BTAC armor. So just in the shoulders, they've moved away from the Alpinestars Bio armor. You have an asymmetrical, all-encompassing CE level rated BTAC armor, which is out of Italy. Again, adding to the comfort and defense factor, that's gonna live underneath of that GP Plasma top slider, which again allows you to eliminate a full seam. Really nice improvement. The other thing they've done from a protective side of things is they've now updated the jacket so it will take the new Nucleon series armor. So KR1I, the KR2I, which are the inserts. It has the snaps of the collar. You can go KRR, which is freestanding if you like. So again, armor upgrades, and you still have at the elbow the big DFSs, the sliders that are baked on top of your Alpinestars hard bio armor in the elbow and into the forearm. The other big things that they've changed are going to be at the collar. You're going to see full neoprene all the way around for better comfort. And the last piece I really, really love, they've incorporated, for the same price, a full sleeve thermal liner. 100 grams in the body, 80 grams in the sleeve, and when you look at the thermal liner behind your stretch panels, which flow air, it's actually going to be a windbreaker material. So you're getting really true spring, summer, and fall riding out of the new Celer. Updated the design, carries that CE rating, and again, allows you to ride on the track or off the track because it's not a full-on race fit. It's gonna be more comfortable for the everyday rider, the everyday sport rider, still an aggressive sport jacket, I should say. Now, if we think about fitment, let's talk briefly about that and we'll work our way through the other nuances. High-vis Brian, 6 foot, 195, 42-inch chest. Stock sizing from Alpinestars, he's wearing a size 52. He has adjustability at the waist. He has additional adjustability now at the cuffs, but the size 52 is gonna fit him spot on. No surprises there. And keep in mind, we're gonna ship for free over 39 bucks. If you have any questions on the sizing, use that size chart. He also has a full sleeve thermal liner in, and it really hasn't changed the sizing profile. Also keep in mind, I'd love it if you would click on our RevZilla TV logo. Subscribe to us, leave me your comments, your questions, your feedback. Make sure you are up to date with all of the latest gear reviews we're constantly rolling out. And again, if you do not subscribe, we will hurt High-Vis Brian when you're not watching us behind the scenes. You might not make it back. Support High-Vis Brian. Subscribe to us at RevZilla TV. Now, diving into the jacket itself, remember, it's going to be safety stitch. Remember, you're going to have 1.3 mil grade cowhide throughout. This is your premium Brazilian cowhide from Alpinestars. If we look, we talked about the collar and the thermal, and the neoprene that goes all the way around. It's also neoprene on the inside. You have your basic components here, your YKK zips, you have your TPR zipper cover on your Mandarin collar. Nice at the top here that when your thermal's out and you're riding in the summer, you have that DFS system here, the dynamic flow control, which is gonna pump air through this jacket. They've also given you 2 additional panels right on the chest to give you a little bit of additional airflow in on the sides. Not a ton, but again, giving you that punctuation. Moving into the chest, I love what they did here. The previous version of this Celer, I always used to say looked like Grumpy Cat. Look it up, the front of the jacket looks like Grumpy Cat. This looks like a little bit of more of a Decepticon with maybe a Fu Manchu, but they gave you these pieces in temper foam down the front. They're a little bit more angular, a little bit more aggressive. One of the things that the Celer has always had going for it is that tech-inspired design. And if we move over to the sleeve, again, non-Kevlar stretch panel goes all the way down. Summertime, it's gonna flow air. Wintertime, you're gonna have that thermal in, and you're gonna block the airflow through it. Auto-locking zipper down along the cuff. And then they did give you the ability to adjust that cuff. And if we open it up, you're gonna see that thermal liner that comes all the way down, and it's split right there at the end. The other thing they've done here, and you'll notice it on the front, and it's easier to see if we turn sideways. Go ahead and turn sideways for me, HV, I'll start with it, is the side of the pocket. And if we look at that pocket, it's just more nicely finished. They've readdressed it and they've made it a little easier to work with, again, knowing that this is a more functional jacket that's going to live off the track itself. Now, if High-Vis Brian brings his arm back down, starting back up over our GP Plasma DFS here at the top, you can see how much coverage you get from it, light punctuation up here across the top. Now, reflectivity is my big gripe with this jacket. I love the reflective scheme they had on the Celer, the previous model, and they've cut back on it a little bit. That might be feedback coming from the rider base at large. My personal preference is to keep some more of that reflective tape intact. Again, that would be my gripe here. I think overall, though, they're giving you a lot more jacket for the same amount of cost. Moving down the arm, accordion stretch panel at the top of the elbow. Note that DFS system, recessed stitching working its way in on our external hard part. And remember, it's Alpinestars Bio Armor in the elbow working its way down the forearm. High-Vis Brian lifts up, big accordion stretch panel onto the back. There's your range of motion. They've given you another pop of angular EVA foam along the side. Now, if we move down to the hip here, you're going to see your same TPR pull to adjust on the Velcro side of things, but they've eliminated the accordion stretch down here and they've actually gone to just a standard stretch panel like the inside of the arm, potentially eliminating cost in an area where they didn't need all the technicality of that accordion stretch panel. Brian, turn to the back. Now, if we look at the back, again, calling out the collar, it used to be 3D mesh on the inside of the collar, which had a little bit of a chafability there. That's where they've gone to this full neoprene all the way around, enhance the comfort, change the reflective scheme on the back side of the hump here. Again, just subtle changes. But the big thing you're going to notice that's different over the previous model, again, you're losing some of that reflective that worked its way down almost in a Tech or Tron inspired fashion. I really like that. They've cleaned up the line here along the back. That's going to be a personal preference thing. Check out the old model. You're going to see it'll eventually go on closeout. I'm sure we'll see that as well. Now, moving into the seat. You're going to notice this big panel down here is your vent that's going to flow air out of the jacket. It's going to come in the front, circulate throughout, pull warm moisture out of the jacket. They've increased the length of this vent by 1.5 inches. You still have that drop seat, which is going to allow you to connect to your jeans, 360-degree zipper that goes all the way around, again, giving you the full package of protection if you so desire to make it a two-piece race suit and get to the track. Come back around to the front for me there, RVP. Let's open it up. Now, as High-Vis Brian opens it up, remember what I told you, that the KR1i or KR2i back inserts are what you need to follow up and get that level of CE2 protection insert on the back here. That's not going to be included. If High-Vis Brian opens it up, start with the collar. Note, it's not just neoprene at the top, it's neoprene on the inside. Note the thermal liner, which is removable right here. You can see this red zipper. Goes up just like that. There's my 100-gram thermal liner, 80 grams in the arms, and they're also cut away at the armpit so you don't overheat. Nice touch. And the inside of the jacket's going to have your stock features from A-Stars. 360-degree zip, basic mesh, your pockets on both sides. And the nice thing that A-Stars is doing now these days as well is they're doing this waterproof, water-resistant zipper pocket. So a full waterproof pocket there in a Napoleon pocket. In years past, they had not done that. So that's a nice upgrade on this jacket. All in, like I said, you're still coming in around 600 bucks. The next step up is going to be that Atom, which is a big step forward in technicality, meant to just get to the track. Much more of a race fit, less comfortable for everyday wear. I think there's more versatility in the Celer. The Celer continues to be a juggernaut in the category, and they just added a ton of upgrades and kept the same price. So I'm a big fan of the direction they went with the Celer moving into 2015. You know, outside of the simple fact that I wish there was still some of that old reflective scheme, but that's just my personal opinion. Now, the next step in your journey is to click right here, read other rider reviews of the Alpinestars Celer at RevZilla.com. You don't have to take my word for it. As always, we'll ship for free over 39 bucks. If you want to talk to a gear geek, see us at RevZilla.com or 877-792-9455. Thanks for watching our detailed breakdown. Remember, subscribe to us at RevZilla TV. Keep High-Vis Brian safe. I'm Anthony. We'll see you next time.